everyone, it's Maggie, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my March TBR. I have a lot of books that I'm intending on reading during March. So first off, I have Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I haven't read any books by Laini Taylor. I'm going to be reading this book because this whole series has been on my shelf for a very long time. I have the complete series. There's literally no reason why I shouldn't read this. Side rant, I absolutely hate it when publishers will not put anything on the back of the book about what it's about. Rant over, but I'm still heated. Anyway, so I'm going to be reading it along with a group of booktubers that are going to be doing a read-along together, and one of the booktubers I absolutely adore. Actually, two of them I'm already subscribed to. I'm just really excited. Then I have The Chocolate Touch by Laura Florent, and this is a book that my sister absolutely loves. It's a romance novel set in France. This seems like it's going to be a quick little read, and so far I have really enjoyed every single romance that she's recommended to me, so I am looking forward to this one. Then I have another recommendation, and it is The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. This is one of my coworkers' absolute favorite books. She also loves reading as much as I do, so I asked for some of her recommendations. This is about two characters that live in France and then move to Spain post World War I, and it seems to just kind of follow that generation, young people having to deal with all the effects of post World War I. This is the exact same booktuber. Her name is Books with Chloe. I absolutely love her. If you are not subscribed to her, please go subscribe now. So that being said, this is the second month of her Books with Friends book club that she has, and her co-host is, I forget his name, but he's also amazing, so I'm going to put his channel right there. He is spectacular. I absolutely love both of them. They are amazing. And the second book they decided to read was The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. Pretty much all I've heard about this book is that it is a great heist story that takes place in Paris during 1889. But I've also heard that this book is incredibly confusing and it doesn't really get better as it goes along. Hopefully I don't come across that. I just received this in the mail and I'm so excited to start reading it. This is the hardback cover. I'm excited to get into it. I mean, I love Paris. I own so many books about Paris. Okay, and then the next book I have is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book and the last book of the Six of Crows duology, though actually it sounds like she is going to be writing a third novel in this series. It is absolutely gorgeous. Sprayed edges are the best thing in the world. I read Six of Crows last month with Books with Friends, and I really loved their commentary. I'm also going to try to read it right away. Oh my gosh, let's see how good this mic is. I'm really excited to see how this continues on. Six of Crows is about a diverse cast of characters who are all banding together in the slums of this fantastical Russia-esque city where they eventually get a job to pull off a heist. Though the heist isn't actually until like the last third or even fourth of the book, so I wouldn't really call it a book about a heist. I'm going to be continuing on with Crooked Kingdom. Then I have The Language of Thorns, Midnight Tales, and Dangerous Magic, also by Leigh Bardugo. And these are little fairy tales that take place in the Grisha world, which I think are going to be pretty fascinating. It's absolutely gorgeous. I need to show you what it looks like naked because, girl. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir? Do you see this? Do you see how gorgeous this is? I think this is going to be a quick read, and I'm going to continue on with it. Then I also have P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which is a sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before. I read To All the Boys Before last year, before the movie came out, and they are actually making this sequel into a movie. And I wanted to read this before the next movie came out, and also before I forget basically what happens in the first book. So I'm adding this to my TBR. I also have to finish this behemoth of a novel, which is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, the fourth book in the Throne of Glass trilogy. I've barely started it. Hopefully I fly through that also. Now comes the exciting part, y'all. We have the TBR jar. And I have 7 books here, but I'm going to be ambitious. We have 3 more days this month in February, so I'm going to add 4 more books to the pile of books I'm going to be reading this month. First book we have is Room by Emma Donahue? I think I might try to listen to this on audiobook. Honestly, I've had literal nightmares of what the premise of this story is. This book is told from the perspective of a really young child, so I have heard that it can be quite confusing. And it follows this little girl, I believe it's a little girl, and her mom, who are trapped in a basement. The mom has been kidnapped years and years ago, and the child is the child that came from, presumably, rape with the mom's captor. I know this is going to be really difficult to get through. Okay, that's the first book I have to add on to my TBR. Hopefully this is a good one. And we have The Race to Save the Romanovs by Helen Report. And this is just a book about the Romanov family, which I have always been really fascinated with the Romanov family. And I saw this on sale at Barnes & Noble, and I really, really wanted to read it. So I decided to pick it up. The next book I'm gonna pick is... Okay, I know for a fact this is a short book. The next book I have is The Summer of Good Intentions by Wendy Francis. This is partially why I absolutely love the TBR jar, because I get to read books that I've had on my shelf for a really long time and just haven't gotten around to read them. This seems to be a very family-oriented book following three sisters. If you don't know, I am one of three sisters. I'm the youngest of three. And they are just spending the summer in Cape Cod, and it seems like there's a lot of stuff that they come up against. Some drama comes up. So I will be adding this onto the TBR. And friends, the last book. Last book we have Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And this book seems to just follow a 29-year-old woman who has lived in so many cities. She's not feeling settled at all. She just kind of wants to find a place and like feel secure, you know? So this follows her work life, her love life, all that jazz. This is a really banged up copy that I got also from Tidal Wave. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart as I'm reading it. So these are the books that I'm making myself read this month. Are you excited? Because I am, but also a little terrified. You know, just a good mixture. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like videos like these, please subscribe to my channel. I come out with videos whenever I gosh darn can. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can put them in the comment section down below. I love talking to you guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.